Hello everyone, welcome to my channel here. We create simple and powerful English stories especially for learners who want to improve their English in an easy and interesting way. If you want to learn English through stories, improve your vocabulary, and enjoy meaningful lessons, then make sure you subscribe to this channel. Now let's start today's story. Imagine living your life without ever sleeping. No dreams, no rest, no night of peace. Just endless wakefulness day after day. At first, it may sound like a strange problem, but what if staying awake allows you to see things that others cannot see? Things that exist only in the darkness, hidden from the normal world. Would you be scared, or would you try to understand them? This is the story of Neha, girl who never slept and discovered a world that only exists in the night. Neha was not like other girls. She lived in a quiet neighborhood, in a small but comfortable house with her parents. From the outside, everything looked normal. She went to college, talked politely to people, and helped her mother at home. But there was one thing that made her different. Nan never slept. Not one night, not for 1 hour, not even for a minute. At first, it started as a small problem. One night, she couldn't sleep. She thought it was normal. Everyone has such nights sometimes. She stayed awake, scrolling on her phone, listening to music, waiting for sleep to come. But it never came. The next night, the same thing happened. And the next, and the next. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. But Neha never slept. The strange part was she didn't feel tired. Her body worked normally. Her mind stayed active. She could go to college, study, talk, and even laugh like everyone else. But inside, she felt different. At night, when the whole world slept, Neha stayed awake. And slowly, she started noticing things that others never saw. The first time it happened, she was sitting near her window at 2 a.m. The streets were empty. No sound, no movement. Then suddenly, she saw a shadow. It moved slowly across the road. Neha looked carefully. There was no person, no animal, just a shadow moving on its own. She blinked. It disappeared. She felt a chill in her body. Maybe I'm imagining things, she whispered. But the next night, it happened again, and this time, she saw more figures, shapes, movements in the darkness. They were not clear, but they were there, and they only appeared at night. Neha started feeling scared, but also curious. What are these things? She thought. One night, she decided to step outside. It was 3 a.m. The air felt cold and heavy. The street was silent. As she walked slowly, she felt like someone was watching her. Then she saw them again. Shadows moving between houses. A shape standing near a tree. Something passing behind her quickly. Neha stopped. "Who's there?" she said. No answer, but she felt a presence. Something was there. Something that didn't belong to the normal world. Neha ran back home and locked the door. Her heart was beating fast. From that night, everything changed. She was no longer just a girl who couldn't sleep. She was someone who could see what others couldn't. Days were normal, but nights were different. Neha started observing more carefully. She realized something important. These shadows did not harm anyone. They just existed, like silent watchers of the night. Sometimes they moved slowly. Sometimes they disappeared suddenly. Sometimes they stood still as if they were looking at her. Weeks passed, and Neha became less afraid. She started getting used to them. One night, she did something brave. She stepped outside again, but this time she didn't run. She walked slowly and calmly. "I know you are there," she said softly. The shadows moved. One shape came closer. It was still not clear, but Neha could feel its presence strongly. "Who are you?" she asked. For a moment there was silence. Then suddenly, a voice, not loud, not clear, but inside her mind. "We are what remains." Neha froze. "What do you mean?" she asked, but the voice was gone. The shadow disappeared. Neha stood there, confused and scared. "What remains?" she repeated. That night, she couldn't stop thinking. The next few nights, she tried to talk again. Sometimes, she heard whispers, small words, broken sentences. "You can see you are awake, you are different." Neha realized something shocking. She was not supposed to see them. Only because she never slept she could see this hidden world, a world that existed when everyone else was unconscious. One night, she asked again, "Why can I see you?" This time, the answer came clearly, "Because you are not between dreams and reality." Neha tried to understand. When people sleep, they leave the real world for some time, but Neha never left. She stayed awake always, and because of that, she could see both sides, the real world and the hidden world. Days passed, and Neha started learning more. These shadows were not exactly ghosts. They were like memories, feelings, fragments of something that once existed. They didn't speak like humans, but they communicated in emotions and thoughts. Neha started feeling less scared. Instead, she felt connected. One night, while walking, she saw a shadow sitting near a bench. It felt different, sad, very sad. Neha walked closer. "Are you okay?" she asked. The shadow didn't speak, but Neha felt something. Loneliness, pain, regret. She sat near it quietly. After some time, the shadow became lighter and then slowly disappeared. Neha didn't understand fully, but she felt like she helped it. That night, Neha started helping these shadows. She listened. She stayed present. She gave them peace. And slowly many shadows disappeared, like they were waiting for someone to understand them. Months passed. Neha changed. She became calm, deep, and wise. But there was one question still in her mind. Will I ever sleep again? One night, she asked directly, "Can I become normal again?" There was silence. Then slowly, the answer came. Yes. Neha's heart filled with hope. "How?" she asked. "You must choose." "Choose what?" "Stay awake and stay with us, or sleep and return to your world." Neha stood still. This was a big decision. If she stayed awake, she would continue seeing this hidden world. She could help these shadows, but she would never live a normal life. If she chose to sleep, everything would end. No shadows, no voices, no hidden world, just a normal life. Neha went back home and sat quietly. She thought about her parents, her future, her life, and then she thought about the shadows, the lonely ones, the lost ones, the ones who needed someone. Tears came into her eyes. The next night, she went outside one last time. "I have made my decision," she said. The shadows gathered slowly around her. Neha closed her eyes. "I want to sleep." There was silence. Then a soft voice came. "Are you sure?" Neha took a deep breath. "Yes." "Why?" Neha smiled softly. "Because I believe even without seeing this world I can still help people in my own way." The shadows became still. Then slowly, they started fading. "Thank you," a voice whispered. Neha felt something warm, like peace. That night, for the first time in months, Neha slept deeply, peacefully. The next morning, she woke up with sunlight on her face. She felt different, calm, normal. She looked outside. No shadows, no strange movements, just a normal world. Neha smiled. Her life was simple again, but she was not the same. Because she had seen something special. She had understood something deep. That even in silence, even in darkness, there are stories. And sometimes all someone needs is to be seen. So what did Neha really learn? She learned that not everything in this world is visible. Some things are felt, not seen. Some pain is hidden, some stories are silent. Neha had the ability to see a different world, but in the end, she chose a normal life. Because she understood something important. You don't need special powers to help others. You don't need to see hidden worlds to understand someone's pain. All you need is kindness. All you need is to listen, and all you need is to care. Now tell me in the comments, if you had the power to see a hidden world like Neha, would you keep it or choose a normal life? And if you enjoyed the story and want to improve your English in a simple and interesting way, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more meaningful English stories. We will meet again in the next story. Till then, keep learning, keep growing, and stay kind.